Chapter 24. James. We woke up the day after Christmas and hit the ground running. I had ditched the 3 months' worth of activities to plan for the new clients who were getting married soon. There was something even more important. "When are you leaving?" Alice asked at breakfast. I made eggs and turkey bacon, pushing some of each onto the plate for her. "I'm not," I said. "I arranged with one of my partners to handle it." She was quiet for a moment, studying her meal. "You didn't have to do that." "Yes, I did," I argued. "I don't want to be apart right now. Maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, when we've got the honeymoon out of our system." She smiled, picking up her fork. "I guess I should say thank you." "Don't thank me just yet." I took a seat beside her, filling her in on my plan. "I've got another client that wants a New Year's Eve party." "That's only a week away," she gasped. "I know." I pretended to be as shocked as she was. "But the fee is outrageous. I really need to do this." "Where is it going to be?" She reached for the coffee I had given her. "Right here," I said. "Here? I mean in town. I was thinking it could be at the Radisson Hotel." "They don't have a venue yet?" I shook my head in mock horror. "They left everything up to me. Will you help?" She opened her mouth and then closed it again, agreeing with a nod of the head. "It sounds fun. I'm due a little vacation, and our busy season is over." "Great." I finished up my eggs, dropping the dirty plate into the sink. "We'd better get started. We need flowers, a caterer, a DJ, tables and chairs. We need a color scheme. I was thinking blue and white." "That sounds nice," she shrugged. I reached over to tuck a strand of hair behind her ear. "You have to help. I need a woman's perspective. It won't work if you just agree to everything." "Why does it have to be blue?" she asked finally. "It doesn't. What were you thinking?" "Yellow." "But that's not really a New Year's color." "But I like it," she argued. "Yellow it is." I toasted her with my coffee mug. "See what a good team we make?" True to my word, I took her to her apartment to pick up some things. She needed clothes to wear for at least a few days and all her toiletries. I didn't think she needed that many implements, but when I saw her stuff at least a dozen plastic items into her suitcase, I had to make fun of her. "What's this?" I asked, picking up a water pick. "That's for my teeth," she said, snatching it back. "And what about this?" I retrieved a curling iron from her bag. "It's a curling iron," she huffed. We took the suitcase downstairs and put it in my trunk. I convinced her to leave her car where it was and to come with me. We didn't need to drive 2 separate cars, and if she ever wanted to visit her vehicle, I would gladly bring her back to it. "Where to first?" she asked, climbing in and buckling her seatbelt. "I have a few caterers that I use often," I said. "We need to find one of them that can pull something this big together at a moment's notice." "How do we do that?" "You call, I'll drive," I said, handing her my phone. It took a few minutes, but when Alice finally got through to someone and explained she was with me, 2 of the caterers agreed to give it a try. We didn't have time to taste test, but I knew their products well, so I made an executive decision. "What do you think?" I asked her, pulling into the Winners parking lot. "Chicken or fish?" "Why not both?" she asked. "We could do chicken and then a vegetarian option," I suggested. "Why not chicken and fish?" she repeated. "I'm trying to make things easier on the caterer. The fewer meals we ask them to prepare, the more likely they'll be able to squeeze us in." "Okay then, how about fish and a vegetarian option?" "Sounds good to me," I admitted. "Let's go in and see if they have any we can sample." The caterers were working frantically when we pushed through the door, but they were professional enough to sit us down and present us with a few different menu options. Luckily, they had some fish already prepared so that we could taste it, and Alice gave it a thumbs up. I asked if we could try some chicken as well, and they obliged. We priced out both chicken and fish and decided to put in the extra cost for both. "Are you sure you can do both?" I asked the caterer. "We can do both," she said, writing up an order on an old-school invoice pad. "It'll be tight, but we'll do it." Getting back in the car, we went to the florist next. Since we were going with yellow and white as our theme colors, we needed roses and daffodils for centerpieces and decorations. The florist wrung her hands, explaining that there wasn't a lot she could do on such short notice. We finally settled on a bulk order of yellow and white flowers without a fancy display. "We can make bouquets ourselves," I suggested. "How much do you want to do for this client?" Alice asked suspiciously. "You're right," I agreed. We moved on to the next florist on my list, and that one was much more helpful. At night, we finished Alice's bottle of wine and made sweet love in my bedroom. In the morning, we got dressed and ran around town, sewing together all the necessary parts to create a memorable New Year's party. The few days we were allotted vanished quickly. I checked things off my to-do list, paying for all the expenses out of my own pocket. Of course, I didn't let on to Alice that this was anything other than a regular job. As far as she knew, we were creating a memorable event for a pair of total strangers. It wasn't until New Year's Eve was upon us that she learned the truth.